club started in 1968, way back, and it's obviously been going for quite a long time. It has now passed its 50 years. We have all sorts of equipment in the dark room. We have video recorders which can take your videos and you can put them onto a USB stick. We also have a machine which will do your old tapes, records. We have use of 2 computers which are available to members. Tommy Crockett and myself decided that the Camera Club would try and run a cinema. We didn't know the pitfalls that were involved in trying to do a cinema, so it was a rather large learning curve. We had our 10th anniversary last year. We have shown literally over 300 films. Obviously the seating's not the same, but we have cushions and we hope that everybody will enjoy the cushions that we do supply. The Cinema Club is available to everyone. We have programmes that are available outside the cinema door. We also have an advert in the local paper, and we use the community advertiser. We have 3 shows per month. That's feature films, musicals and classics. Really, we would like more members. Before COVID, we had roughly 37 members in this club. We're now down to 17. So quite a drop. So we would like more members to come along. You can come along to the Camera Club anytime on a Tuesday night, which runs from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, or on a Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We'll give you an application form which you'll fill in, just filling it in. We have a membership fee which currently runs at £50. That £50 entitles you to come along any time between September to June, Tuesday, Wednesday, every week.